Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Remind, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course our official website, thestephennightshow.com. Check us out on YouTube, The Stephen Knight Show, and subscribe. We appreciate you. All right, so Kim Kardashian, she had people in a frenzy when she made some statements for Variety magazine with her sisters. Now, she was giving women advice, women in business advice, and she says, get your effing ass up and work. Well, Bevy Smith wasn't here for it. In a series of tweets, she stated that Kim was speaking from a place of privilege, and she used her father as an example of working hard. She tweeted, poor people across the country have been gaslit by rich people into believing the reason why they aren't rich is because they don't work hard. People working 2-3 jobs and still need public assistance, get off their asses every day and work. So this is a privileged fallacy, please. Excuse me, fallacy. She stated that I live in New York. That means I can afford to live well in the city, in any city in America. I've worked hard, sure, but so did my dad, who at the height of his career, his work life, not career, made $50,000 a year. My father wasn't a slacker. He got off his ass every day and commuted for hours to provide for us. Bev wasn't finished, and she also stated that people who work hard to buy, support her brand should take a look at the statement and see the cavalier disdain. However, they won't because everyone in America is America's next billionaire, hence all the scam TV shows we're watching. And so a lot of people had something to say about this, but then some people said that Kim was right, that you do have to get up and work because it seems like people don't really want to work these days. I'll start with you, Savage. What do you think about her remarks?
Well, I'll say that I think that it was taken out of context. If you listen to, I guess the longer question, it was particular to women that are in business. What is the advice, right? But when I first saw the snippet, I was thinking, girl, you are really far off the mark on this one. You sound very tone deaf. Where's your PR person, right? Like, there's no way you can be this far from reality. Now, right. I do agree with all the points about her having privilege, her having, your wealth that you build in this lifetime. There's a strong indication of what that'll be based on what your parents had and what your parents have, right? If they're still alive. And I think that a lot of people take it for granted, right? Myself included. Like, if someone were to ask me, how did you get to where you are in your career? I'll tell you, but what I'm leaving out is I had access to good schools because my parents lived in a certain neighborhood, because I had tutors, because I had, XYZ. I'm leaving out the access part of it, or, I have access to a certain network, etc. Now, Kim has all of that, right? Like, her being in Hollywood and her parent or her dad, I don't know about, Chris is a hell of a manager. So let's not negate that, right? Like, she's an amazing manager, but I think it was taken out of context. I think being a celebrity can be difficult in that way where someone takes a snippet of what you're saying and it can hurt people. I think her comment hurt a lot of people, especially women, because we are always fighting to get our extra 30 cents, or I can't remember what it is, the gap, right? Like the pay gap, but we're always working hard. And there's a lot of people that work there, especially a lot of people that are in poverty, that work the hardest and they can't get above the poverty line. So I think that it was hurtful, but I think that it was a little bit taken out of context too. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate and say that we should have heard the full interview and not just that snippet.
And some people say that the message, it was more because it came from her, but the message was accurate or was on point, but it's just because she said it. That's why she got so much backlash. What do you think about that lyrics?
I think everybody's too sensitive. Like, I don't know. I think different, man. So, like, if it was a black guy saying about you black dudes need to get off your ass, he ain't talking directly to me because I know I work hard. You know what I mean? So I ain't really worried about what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you feel away, but I don't know, man. It's just, I have so many different emotions. Like you said, it was taken out of context. Everybody just heard a little snippet. Because my first reaction was like, you gotta be careful what you say out here, man, because there's people in poverty, people work 2-3 jobs. I see it every day. I was a guy that worked hard all my life and couldn't get nothing. You know what I mean? I was making $24,000 a year with 2 kids and I'm still busting my ass, and I'm glad I did because one year I went from 24,000 to 107,000 in a year. You know what I mean? So you just got to keep working hard. If let that be your fuel to motivate you or something. I don't know. I just like people get too wrapped up in what other people say. Who cares? Do you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my take.
You know how I feel about these people.
Right.
None of them, and this is my opinion, none of them have worked hard for anything. They come from money. They come from that. None of them have worked for anything. And let's keep it all the way funky. Kim got it on her back. Her mom is the biggest pimp in the business. Period. She pimping all her daughters. Got to pimp her grandchildren. Call it what you want. Call it the momager, the manager, the pimp. That's what she is. And she's managed to amass with her daughters an amazing empire. Her mom working. That's who working. She the one holding the strings and putting stuff together. Me, personally. You come from family money. You haven't worked a day in your life. Y'all on TV. So you sitting in front of a camera putting on a show that's scripted, that's reality. Y'all playing all these narratives that y'all put out to the public because you want to make sure that those narratives fit whatever it is that you're doing in that moment. Them standing there all porcelained up with the black on and they're all looking like the Omen. I'm good. I ain't taking no advice from there one of y'all. And I know that I work hard.
Yeah.
Nowhere near there. But, you know, I know we getting ready to talk about some more Kardashian stuff, so I'm going to save the rest for the next one.
I think that we can get advice from anybody in a lot of cases. Even you don't have to take it, you take it for what it's worth. You know, obviously she is someone who is very successful and it's come in different ways for her. But I sometimes want to know how successful people, how they, you know, what's their advice? What would they give? And then I take it how it applies to me. I wasn't offended, but I do see why people were offended, especially people who do work numerous jobs, making struggle to make ends meet, and a lot of times significantly underpaid. So, all right, well, I just Pete Davidson and Kanye West.
You on the roll tonight.
Kanye has been going in on Pete Davidson. He had create songs about him. He calls him Skeet Davidson, and he just stays trolling him. Well, Pete had joined Instagram and then came off Instagram, and people assume it's because Kanye was kind of trolling him. Well, he rejoined Instagram, and some tweets came out that a tweet came out of a text message he had between Kanye, and it reads like this: "Yo, it's Skeet. Can you please take a second and calm down? It's 8 a.m. and it don't gotta be like this. Kim is literally the best mother," because you know he's been saying that she's not doing this for the kids and all that stuff. Kim has been the best mother. Kim is literally the best mother I've ever met. What she does for those kids is amazing. And you are so effing lucky that she is your kid's mom. I've decided I'm not gonna let you treat us this way anymore, and I'm done being quiet. Grow the F up." Kanye replies, allegedly, "Oh, you using profanity? Where are you right now?" And Pete sends him a picture laid in the bed saying, "In bed with your wife."
I always did that.
So, I was listening to Fat Joe this morning, and he said those are fighting words. Because, you know, Kanye's confusing me because he says he wants Kim back, although most people don't think she'll ever get him back. They are now legally separated. Divorced, single. They're legally single, which is a new thing apparently. But doesn't
Only
want
in California.
Oh,
In California, some bull crap like that.
Yeah. Well, and so, but then he parades these women around that look like Kim, dresses them like Kim, and says he wants his family back. And then he's posting their private text messages, making videos, ranting about what's going on with the kids and all this kind of stuff. But Fat Joe said that because it is his wife or was his wife, it's fighting words. Lyrics, what are your thoughts on, I know you're not big in the celebrity world, but what are your thoughts on, as a man, is that hitting below the belt?
Yeah, no, because if you keep calling, you keep trolling me, you texting me, you acting out of control. So now I'm gonna turn up my disrespect level to the highest degree. You know what I mean? Since you want to play that game, yeah, this is us laying in the bed. We probably doing more than just laying here. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep texting you every 5 minutes till you get the point, and then you come see me. You know what I mean? Like you will not. It's like I don't like when people just continue to pick with people. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna pick with me, man. I ain't one of them people that's gonna. He's bullying me and all that. Nah, we gonna get right. You know what I mean? We gonna get right. But Kanye, he got issues, man. And you know how it is when you love sick, man. You go through a wide range of emotions. 1 minute you fine, 1 minute you sad, 1 minute you mad. It starts all over again. So, and some people can't control it, and they just gotta lash out, you know. Mm-hmm. But he messing with the right one though. I start talking about your family, everything. Well. But that's my take.
They said don't mess with a comedian because he can really get you. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts on because he's also in a feud with D.L. Hughley.
Yeah.
D.L. Hughley said something I can't even read on the show. They tweeted Kanye. What are your thoughts, Lynia?
So this was the first time that Pete has responded or addressed Kanye, and he didn't address him in a public forum. He reached out to him. And he said some things in that correspondence that rung out to me. I suffer from mental health issues too. You need to get some help. I know that I'm continuing to get, he said things like that in the text. Mm-hmm. Because, Pete Davidson has gone through some things, and I pray because he's in the Black Widow's web. I pray that he continues to stay on the right path, dealing with this woman and her clan. But Kanye has ascended beyond. First of all, for me, it ain't been cute and it ain't been funny. I might not like the Kardashians, but what Kanye has been doing is tantamount to harassment, stalking. You bought a house next door to her. And it's something wrong with that, and then his segue to spew his vitriol towards DL. DL made a comment because you're out in the public forum. DL ain't say nothing that nobody else who got a daughter wouldn't say.
It was my daughter. Yeah.
Going to my daughter, you gonna have to come see me. And the fact that you threaten that man and his family, just like we talked about Chris Brown having handlers, where Kanye handlers at? They want that money to keep coming. Ain't nobody saying nothing. This is what I mean. You would rather see the destruction of that person rather than help them. Because you want to see it to the last. Let me get the last dime penny that I can get. And then once they're done, they out. You're seeing the fall of Kanye West. You're threatening on social media, dude. Like, how old are you? The things that you're if I was her lawyer, everything he put out is going to be held against him when we go to court. Everything. I would make sure he wouldn't see his kids. Period.
Yeah, because she posted something. He posted something recently over the weekend, talking something about not being able to see the kids and whatnot, and she responded and said, "You literally just took the kids to school. Please stop this narrative. This morning you took the kids to school." I feel like he's at this point stalking her, and it's harassment. What are your thoughts on all this, Seth? And I think about the kids. The kids have to read this, and they have to go to school, be with other people. Parents see this kind of stuff. What are your thoughts, Seth?
I think we're seeing the downside of social media, celebrity TV, reality TV, where they spin these narratives and create these scenarios for TV, and they are not in touch with reality, right? Like, as you mentioned, it's about the kids. The kids are going to be able to see this. It's all archived. Whatever you put on the internet, whatever you do within listening or viewing of an electronic device is archived. People can see it. People can access it. And I think that Kanye loves his kids. I think he loves Kim. I think that Kim loves him, right? Like, they've created this family and it didn't work out. And unfortunately, we're all in the audience. Why? Because that's what they created. That's how they make their money.
Yeah.
That's how the Jenners and the Kardashians make their money, is by people viewing them, their life being on the world stage. So yes, I feel bad for her because it is harassment, as Lynia said. And I think that unfortunately, these nasty divorces happen in people's lives. So I think a lot of people are seeing it and being like, this is a reflection of what I've been through. But in reality, Kanye's a billionaire, Kim is a billionaire, right? Like, their money is different. If they didn't want to be, if they could be like Jay-Z and Beyonce, we still don't know why Solange was mad in the elevator.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We don't know. We just know what Beyonce put in her album. We know what Jay-Z puts in his albums, because they have that level of money to show us what they want to show us, right? Kim and Kanye have that same ability. They have the amount of money that could allow them to be invisible to us if they wanted to be. Unfortunately, this is all part of their celebrity. It's part of what makes them money. So I know that Kanye is mentally ill. So I think a lot of the things that come out, he probably wouldn't do if he were, on his meds or in treatment. But with Kim, I'm gonna be honest, I think that yes, she might be hurt, but I think it's all part of the Kardashian show.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for the kids, because the kids are innocent, right? Like, they had no choice in the family that they were born into, but they're going to be the ones that suffer the repercussions of this in the future, however it plays out.
Very true. Well, just on a side note, so Pete Davidson, he posted a picture in bed with your wife. Fans zoomed in and noticed that he has a tattoo of Kim on his chest.
Hey, Kim got that snappy nappy dugout because they just start messing with each other.
Lord have mercy already.
All right, well, check this out. So one woman didn't need the dark for anything when it came to the light about her romantic relationship. All she needed was a full gym of people to not alert her man that she was peeping over his shoulder to observe what he was doing on his phone. So this trainer who works at this gym, he posts on TikTok, it says, Buddy's girlfriend pulled up on him in the gym. If he was actually exercising, this situation probably could have been avoided. The 1 minute clip showed a woman dressed in all black winter coat, leggings, and closed shoe flats. She didn't appear to be dressed to work out. Instead, she stood over the shoulders of a man while she was observing his move on his personal device. He sat on a piece of equipment, slouched over wearing earbuds and completely unaware that the lady's presence, that she was there. So apparently when people would try to get her attention, she was like, shh, don't say anything. And she stood there for 10 minutes watching him on his phone from behind him. And so this trainer, KJ, he says almost the whole gym was watching. We was waiting for him to notice. When she left, we told him that whatever he did on his phone for the last 15 minutes, she saw it, buddy. He ran out and I haven't seen him since, and that was in January. So to updated moment, to the moment, within 3 days of posting the video, it has garnered over 21 million views on KJ's TikTok account. But there's some conflicting chatter on who the woman actually is. Found release of the video, a woman claiming to be the featured star commented on KJ's post. She said, no longer with him. I confronted later and even ended our 7-year relationship. Ladies, know your worth and know when to leave. But KJ denies this person is telling the truth because apparently the guy in the video reached out to him. He said, bro, why'd you do that, man? About an hour after receiving the initial 2 messages, KJ responded asking the man about his whereabouts and an update on the viral situation from January. KJ suggested doing a live video interview, but the man said, no, we good. He says that when he went home, because he did tell him what happened, when he went home, all the woman did was cry. But they were actually married for about 4 years and they recently had a daughter. And he was caught looking at other women on social media. Now, a lot of people I think about this woman who act like she was the lady in the video. She responded because people were saying, why does that woman have enough time to stand over her man's back, for 15 minutes? And if she has to do all that, she'll need to be with him anyway.
Right.
Now, I know you're a married man. What would you do if your wife was standing behind you in the gym watching every move? Would that be too stalkerish?
Yeah, that's stalkerish. But that means I must be doing some real foul stuff out here too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But who's on their phone for 15 minutes and don't look around and see who's watching? You know what I mean? I've never, you know what I mean? I got that every 2 seconds. I'm checking my surroundings. But if she come to the gym and watch over his shoulder, he's always up to no good. He has to be, because why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What else will make you just say, I'm gonna go watch this dude, see what he doing?
Right.
Something going on. You know what I mean? So as you gotta do all that, it's time to go. It's time to go. You know what I mean? That's my take on it. That's just some more foolishness.
Ladies, we'll start with you, Lynia. Is this too much by the woman?
To be honest, Stephen, when stuff comes up like this, the word that instantly comes to mind is, this a fucking skit. This is a skit. Ain't no way. This is a skit. I always think that when stuff comes up like this, because one, I know I ain't standing over nobody's shoulder that long in the gym. Right. But then again, Lyric, when I see people, they are glued to their phones. So it is possible, for people to just, because you see it, they just be glued to their phones. Yeah. And this is why people get hit, people get hurt, because they not paying attention. And like, Lyric, I be like, what? I will snatch this wig off so fast so I can see in my peripheral, so I can see all around me, just to make sure. You know what I mean? So I don't. Yeah. First of all, if they this good at finding people, will y'all find out who killed Biggie and Tupac then?
Facts.
Facts. I mean, like help a sister out, because y'all finding all these people on social media. Y'all zooming in and zooming out and zooming in, and y'all looking at fingernails and toenails and bunions and stuff, and y'all know. I wish y'all saw some of these life-shattering things that we have going on in this world that are important.
Yeah.
They will find someone. I was laughing because apparently Lizzo has been posting pictures, and you can see there's a guy with her, but she's not showing his face. Mm-hmm. Internet found him.
Braided by his hair.
That's Tommy.
Damn, Lizzo.
Savage. What are your thoughts on this couple?
I would have, if I were in that gym, I would have been watching. It would have been entertainment. When I'm on the stair stepper, I got 5 more minutes. I split my 30 minutes up into 5-minute increments. So that would have got me through 3 of said increments. But I think, if you got to follow somebody to the gym, baby girl, let it go. It's time to end it. If you don't trust that man, because if I go into a gym, I'm there to work out. I'm not there for any other reason. Right. Also, I would have been staring at him like, when you gonna get your ass up? I need that machine. Like, there's no way he could have been in a busy gym, because get your ass up.
Thanks.
Get off TikTok. I need that for my superset. Get up. But no, I think, to Lynia's point, it's probably a skit. If it's not, God bless both of them, because he about dumb as hell. I don't know. I'm paranoid, right? Like, I keep my AirPods in on full blast at the gym, but I'm constantly looking around to be nosy, see who's there, trying to see if I see see something that look good, a little snack. So I'm always looking around anyway. right? So how do you have somebody standing? Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I feel
feel it.
somebody's.
Yeah.
I feel you right here, and I would have turned around immediately, like, why are you standing over my shoulder, person? And then if it were my significant other, I'd be like, you got me fucked up. What are you doing? We would have been in there arguing. I really would have gave them people a show because what are you doing? But yeah, I if we're in a relationship and you are near me and you texting, I know who you texting. Especially if I got my glasses on. If I don't have my glasses on, I don't know who you texting. Right? It could be anything. You could be doing anything on your phone. I can't see it. But if I got my glasses on, I know who you're texting. I know what y'all talking about. So I say that to say I don't fault her for wanting to know what's going on the phone, but I do fault her for taking time out of her day to go to the gym and be entertainment and be viral. Because baby, you had to know you were going to be viral after this. So I think that brings me back to Lynia's point about it being a skit. It had to be a skit because you can't be that stupid.
And then I'm thinking if she was concerned, was he really going to the gym? When she actually saw him in the gym, said, "Oh, okay, well, he said he's
okay, you turn,
Well,
yeah."
She had to pull up and see the video. See what he put on the phone.
Matter of fact, she could have texted him while she was sitting right there just to see what his response would be.
What are you doing?
What you doing?
Well, I'm so paranoid. I get a text, and I'm like, I don't want to answer. I always look to make sure the person's I'm at the store.
Well, I turn my notifications off at the gym, so they wouldn't have got me anyway, right? Like you're not texting me nothing.
Right.
See, I go at 4:30 in the morning, so I know anybody texting me.
Right.
Ooh, definitely not. I'm turning over.
All right. Well, sad news. Yesterday it was announced that Traci Braxton, Tony Braxton's younger sister, passed away of esophageal cancer. Apparently, she had been battling it privately for the past year. The family released a statement saying that they were all surrounded by her when she passed, and it just was sad. You know, we've had their mother on the show, we've had Trina on the show, and I just met Trina's husband last year. Chike was in town, and we went and met him to talk about him being on the show, which he was, and Traci was almost on the show, but we didn't get it to happen. But it was just sad to hear about that pass. It's like people you don't really think of that much, and then when they pass, it's like, wow. It was almost like a family member in a sense, because of the reality show Braxton Family Values. We saw her on TV for so many years. What were your reaction? I'll ask you, Savage, when you heard this news.
I was sad, right? Like I typically, I'm not gonna make a dedication post to a celebrity unless it's, Drake, because I'm obsessed. But back to her. I think with cancer, I don't know, it hits home because cancer can come and take you away so quickly, right? And I think to your point about them having a reality show, people felt very close to her. I liked her. I thought she was one of the cooler sisters. I like her more than Tamar. I'm gonna say that. Sorry, Tamar, if you see this. You're annoying. Traci was not. But I think it's hard, especially because of the pandemic too, or endemic, I guess we're in. But I don't know. I felt sorry for them and her child. I think she has a son, right? That she was really close to. That's the first thing I think of. It's like how's their family gonna be impacted? But yeah, I think it's sad. That was my initial reaction.
And she was only 50 years old. Lynia, what are your thoughts on her passing? What were your reaction?
I mean, it's definitely it definitely it hits.
Mm-hmm.
It hits for various reasons. Because she was so young, and you never know what somebody is going through.
You never know.
Because there are people who like to keep their business
Mm-hmm.
under wraps.
Mm-hmm.
So they can try to deal with it accordingly.
Right.
And I don't know how, obviously she had to be advanced, far in stage in that, for it to end like this. And it's sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad because it just seems like so many good ones get taken up out of here, and we gotta get stuck with these stupid ones.
Facts.
Right.
Yeah,
and she apparently had been in hospice for the last 2 months, but yeah, I mean, Lyrics, what do you respond?
Well, you know, it's sad anytime somebody passes, but for me, when somebody loses their life to cancer, it hit home for me because, you know, we lost our moms to cancer, lost my grandmother, aunts, uncles, so many people I lost. We lost to cancer, and then I see these little kids dying from cancer. So that always triggers me, man. I get such a sad feeling in my, you know what I mean? It ain't much that get me like that, but that cancer thing, man, it does something to me. So, you know, I said a prayer for the family, and you know, I can relate, and I know how hard and difficult that is to have to deal with, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, we definitely send thoughts and prayers to her family and her fans and just people who love her. And real quick, President Obama announced that he announced that he has a mild version of COVID-19, but he's doing okay. He said he just had a little tickle in his throat, and Michelle, she's negative, and he said he's glad that he's vaccinated and has the booster shot. So definitely keeping him in our prayers as well.
Definitely.
Lyrics, where can we keep up with everything you have going on?
Hey man, so on my Instagram, you know, it's lyrics0122. On Spotify, it's lyrics, title, all that, still all lyrics, except for YouTube is Real Bars ENT, you know. But yeah, you follow me, man. I'm doing a lot of things out here. I got the new album coming, and
what's the new single called again?
It's called Appreciate the Penmanship, featuring King James.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And Savage, where can we keep up with you?
I am on Instagram. I don't have Savage in the name, but it's Chantal from VA because that's where I'm from. Yeah.
She never post anyway, but
I never post.
but she stays on there though.
I be on there.
Well, listen, thank you all for joining us. Lynia, thank you as always. And we'll be right back with more reviews right back after this.